Hi, good morning everyone. Welcome to the revision of exponent and scientific notation. First, just quick revision of law of exponent. We have total 6 laws of exponent is there. First law is that if base is same and power is different and both terms are going to be multiplied, you just write the base common and add the powers. Like I have an example, like in this, if 2 raised to power 3 and 2 raised to power 5 is there, you just write base once and add the powers, that is 2 raised to power 8. Similarly, if your base is same, instead of multiplication, if there is a divide sign, you just write the base once and subtract the powers. Like here, same question. If I have like 2 raised to power 3 divided by 2 raised to power 5, so I just write base once and subtract the power. Second power should be subtracted from the first, so that gives me 2 raised to power minus 2. Next is, if any term is inside the bracket, any power is there, and outside the bracket is another power is there, then you can write base once and multiply the power with each other. Like here, if 2 raised to power 3 inside and 5 is outside, I can directly multiply 3 into 5, that gives me 2 raised to power 15. Similarly, if I have different bases there but common power is there, so I can take common power outside the bracket and multiply the base with each other. Like if 2 raised to power 3 multiply by 3 raised to power 3, if this type of term is there, you multiply the base inside the bracket and take as common power, that is 6 raised to power 3. But if condition is that if instead of multiplication divide sign is there, like same is there, same question, if 3 goes on division, then you have to write the common power and whatever bases are there you should write in one numerator, one in denominator, and common power is there. And if any term has power 0, whether it is negative term, whether it is positive term, so that is equal to 1. Like 2 raised to power 0 is equal to 1. Why we write 2 raised to power 0 is equal to 1? It's not only 2, it's any number. It can be a raised to power 0 is equal to 1 also. So that means why we write every time any term has power 0 is equal to 1, because when you open this one like a1 minus 1, then you separate into a with the negative power, then a into 1 by a, make it positive power, so that will cancel, always gives you 1. That's why any term have power 0 we consider as 1. Next is scientific notation. What is a scientific notation? Actually, scientific notation is a number is represented as the product of a decimal number and 10 with the power n. Product with the decimal number and 10 to the power n. N is any integer. There should be any integer, negative, positive, any, there should not be a fraction. Okay. Condition is that any number should be written in the decimal form and multiple of 10 with positive or negative integer only. That we consider as scientific notation or standard form. Okay. So why we use scientific notation? Because sometimes we have bigger terms like this. If I have a question, if I have like 1, 4, 9, 6, there are 5 zeros. So this is a bigger term. Okay. So how can I reduce this bigger term? Okay. We call this as usual form. This term as usual form and this term as standard term. Usual means normal form without decimal and multiple of 10. In standard form, this is a decimal and multiple of 10. Condition is that when you are going to convert any number into a standard form or scientific notation form, so you need decimal after one digit here, and the rest of the term will be formed as in the form of multiple of 10 if it is there. So how we write this one? If I have a question like 149600000, I want to convert into standard form. So that means I need decimal sign here after one digit. Okay. So after one digit decimal sign means I need decimal sign here. So I divide. So after I left one digit and count how many digits are there. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Then 8 digits are there. That means I have to divide with the multiple of 10 with 8 zeros, and also multiply the numerator with 8 zeros. Okay, so this I converted into 10 raised to power 8, and this when divided, whenever you just when you divide by multiple of 10 any number, you have to count the digit, how many zeros are there in the denominator from the right side, and mark the decimal. This 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. If I have 8 0 from the right side, I will count 8 digits like 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, and I'll mark the decimal here. So that is the meaning of this. Condition is that when you are going to divide by multiple of 10, your decimal shifted to this side, but when you are going to multiply the multiple of the 10, then decimal shifted to the right side. Simple. When you multiply the multiple of 10, your decimal shift to the right side, but when you divide by multiple of 10, your decimal shifted to the left side, because if there is no sign is there, we consider as here is a decimal sign. Then how many zeros are present, that same digit you have to count from the left side and mark the decimal side. But when you are going to write the standard form, like 10 with positive exponent, the decimal is moved to the left. Similarly, we can say that if I have the same number, I have this decimal places here. Okay, so I want to shift to the left side in the standard form. So that means this is moved to the left side. Okay, but when we are going to divide this one, so that will shift to the right side to convert into the standard form. Like here, if I have 0.000089, so I want to convert this into standard form. So what I think, 89 divide by, first I will count how many digits are there, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. After decimal, there are 7 digits. But when you remove the decimal, then 1 accompany with the 7 zeros. Now that become 89 upon 10 raised to power 7. 10 raised to power 7 means 10 is multiplied by 7 times. So here, when this power goes upward, that is -7, but still it is not in a standard form. Still it is in the usual form, because I need decimal after one digit. Okay, so if after one digit I need a decimal, so I want this digit should be under decimal. So how many digits you want under decimal, you divide by the multiple of 10 according to that. If it is one digit, you have to multiply numerator denominator by 10. So that portion gives you 8.9. This raised to power 1, base is same, power is added, 1 minus 7 gives me -6. That is my standard form. If I have a question like this, 1, 4, 5, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. 9 zeros with there. Okay, that means if 145 into 10 raised to power 9. Okay, so I first keep the zero separate. Now I need this to convert into standard form. After one digit, I need a decimal here. So I will check how many digits I want to keep kept under decimal, like 1, 2 from the right side. Only 2 digits. So if 2 digits are there, so I multiply and divide by 100, 10 raised to power 9. So that changes into 1.45. 10 raised to power 2 plus 9 gives me 1.45 into 10 raised to power 11. Okay, there are some questions also with there. I have some questions of your exercise there. If I have a question, I have to convert 0 point. If there are 6 zeros, if I have a 0.1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, that is your second question, B part. Second question, B part. If 0.1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 zeros and 4, 2, 5, 8, I want to write this into the standard form. First, I will remove this decimals. First, I will remove this decimal sign. So first I will count how many digits are after decimal. 1 2 3 4 5 6 7 8 9 10. So there are 10 6 and 4 10, means 10 raised to power 10 should be in the denominator. When it goes on another side, so that will be 4 2 5 8. When you reciprocal the power, 10 raised to minus 10, when power goes upward it changes to positive to negative. Now I need here only one digit before the decimal sign, and rest of the digit should be kept under after the decimal sign. So first I will count how many digits I have to kept under the decimal. So I will count from the right side. 1 2 3. I want to kept only 3 digits under the decimal, because there is a condition, there should be only one digit should be left before the decimal. So if I need to kept these 3 digits under decimal, so I divide and multiply by 1001 with 3 zeros, then also multiply 10 raised to power minus 10. So this portion converted into 4.258 into 10 raised to power 3 minus 10. So ultimately my answer is 4.258 into 10 raised to power minus 7. Now next is, if I have a given standard form, I want to convert into usual form. Suppose I have a question, your question is of third question A part. Exercise third question A part. If you have 9.5 into 10 raised to power 11, you want to convert into the usual form, it's normal form. So just write whatever is 0 raised to power is there, you have to keep 11 0 with 1, like 9.5 multiply by 1 2 3 4 5 6 7 8 4 8 3 more 9 10 11. Okay, now I open with this decimal sign. 4 5 6 7 8 9 10 11. So 1 0 is cancelled. So how many zeros are left? 1 2 3 4 5 6 7 8 9 10. It means that will be multiplied by this 1 2 3 4 5 6 7 8 9 and 10. So this is 10 0. So that is my usual form. This way you have to convert. But if there is a negative power is there, like you have question, next one is your B part question, like 2.3 multiply by 10 raised to power minus 5. So what you will do, first you have to make it positive power. 10 raised to power 5, already one decimal is there, you just all the decimal, like here 10 but accompany with 5 zeros, 1 2 3 5. So that means again you convert into decimal signs, so that will be 6 zeros. So this is 23 0.123423, because you need the decimal points. After the decimal you need 6 digit upward, but there is only 2 digit. To fill up the rest of the digit we mark it the 0, like here 1 2 3 4 5 6. Then you have to shift this decimal, whatever here, if no decimal is there, this is considered as only right side of all the decimal will be considered as the decimal point. So now you have to convert this decimal into 6 digit here. So I will count from the right side, 3 2. If there is no digit further is there, we fill with the zeros, 1 2 3 4. So there is total 6 digit, and 0.00023 will be your usual form. Next is, if you are going to compare the number, if there is a comparison of the number, if I have a question like this is your 12.3 and 10 raised to power 5 into 1150 into 10 raised to power 2. If you want to convert, the best thing is first you have to convert these both term into standard form. If I convert this into standard form, already this is standard form, okay, but it is not proper standard form. 10 multiple is there, but decimal is not at the proper place. I need decimal here because I need before the decimal only one digit. So I just convert this. I want also this decimal to shift into this way For shifting, I have to multiply by 10 and divide by 10 to balance the term into 10 raised to power 5. Now if I divide by 10 again, this decimal shifted here 1.23 and 10 raised to power 1 plus 5 gave me 6. So this is my standard form. Okay, now I convert this into also standard form. This only 10 multiple is available, but that term is not in the form of standard form. So first I will think how many digits I want to kept under the decimal, like 1, 2, 3. So I divide by 1000. 3 digit is there, we divide and multiply by 1000. So that portion give me 1.150 into 10. This is 10 raised to power 3 plus 2 give me 5. Now if I got the number, I can easily check which one is greater, 1.23 into 10 raised to power 6 and 1.150 into 10 raised to power 5. First I check with the multiple of 10. If multiple of 10 is more, if multiple of 10 is same, then you go with the check with the decimal number comparison. But if multiple of 10 of any number is more, so that number will consider as directly as greater than. So that means 1.23 into 10 raised to power 6 is greater than 1.150 into 10 raised to power 5. Next is, if I have a question like this, 0.00679 and 16.79000, I want to compare which one is greater and which one is less than. So I convert directly this same into standard form, then compare. Okay, if I first I remove the decimal, 679, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. If I remove the decimal, there will be a 1 lakh at the downward. Here when you remove the decimal, like 79000, so after decimal 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 5 digits are there. So I write, when I remove the decimal, I write 50 with this. Now here 30 will be cancelled. Okay, here I write this because I want to convert into standard form, so I write it this way. So I need only one digit before the decimal and rest of the digit should be kept under the after the decimal. First I count how many digits should be kept under the decimal, that is 2, like 1, 2. So I multiply and divide by 100 and this will be converted into negative power. Then 6.79 into 10 raised to power 2 minus 5. So give me 6.79 into 10 raised to power minus 3. Now I check with the other number. So here 1679 into 1 by 10 raised to power 2, that is left. So I want to keep 1, 2, 3 digit under decimal. So I multiply with 1000 and divide by 1000, and this power then goes upward, converted into negative power. So that portion converted into 1.679 into 10 raised to power 3 minus 2, and 3 minus 2 give me 1.679 into 10 raised to power 3 minus give me 1. Now I check with which one is greater. Here is a negative power, here is a positive power. First, before comparison with the decimal, we check with the power of 10. If there is a negative power and this is positive power, it means that power is greater and that power is less than. You have to compare the power first. Okay, if there is a comparison in power, then directly go with that. But if powers are same, the multiple of 10 are same, then you go with the comparison of the decimal number. Here, if this is negative power, so this number considered as my lesser number and this considered number is my greater number. So I write 6.79 into 10 raised to power minus 3 less than 1.679 into 10 raised to power 1. So there is another word problem in your exercise scientific notation. And I have a question. In a stack, stack means this is like, it is like that, this form of stacks. This is a group. So if you check about only one stack, in a stack there are 90 sheets. Suppose in this stack there is a group like bunch of 90 sheets, and each of thickness is 0.015 decimeter and 120 papers. Okay, in this stack there is, like, suppose this is a group of sheets and this is group of papers. This is papers and this is sheets. Okay, so it is given in your question that if there are 90 sheet and one sheet thickness is given to you and there is 120 paper and each paper, one paper thickness is given to you, you have to find the total thickness of the stack. So what is the total thickness of the stack? If you have like thickness of one sheet is given to you, you can easily find, multiply with the that thickness into 90 sheet. Similarly, if you have one paper thickness is given to you, you multiply that thickness into 120 papers to find the thickness of 120 papers. So when you find the total thickness of 90 sheets and 120 papers, you add them. So that is total thickness of the stack. But here they said that your answer should be in centimeter. Find the total thickness of the stack in centimeter. So first we will convert decimeter into centimeter. 1 decimeter is equal to 1000 centimeter. So thickness of sheet, one sheet from stack 1, जो एक ही आपके पास stack है, it is not a number of stacks, only one stack. So this is one stack. So thickness of one sheet from one stack is 0.0015 decimeter. Now I have to convert this decimeter into centimeter. 1 decimeter is equal to 1000 centimeter. Now when you multiply, if 1 decimeter is 1000 centimeter, 0.015 decimeter, you have to multiply with 1000 centimeter. Then when you remove the decimal, 15 by 10,000 into multiply by 1000, 3 zeros is cancelled, only 1.5 centimeter is left. That means the thickness of one sheet is 1.5 centimeter, and thickness of, for find the thickness of 90 sheets, you have to multiply 1.5 into 90. That gives me 135 centimeter. Similarly, thickness of one paper is given to me 0.00015 decimeter. Now you have to convert first it into centimeter by multiply by 1000 centimeter. Now I remove the decimal, 5 by like 1 lakh into 1000, 3 zeros cancel, 15 by 100 centimeter is left. That is the thickness of one paper. Then you have to find the thickness of 120 papers. You just multiply 15 by 100 into 120. So that give me 180 by 10, that is 18 centimeter. It means 120 papers thickness is 18 centimeter and 90 sheets thickness is 135 centimeter. So when you add this one, 135 centimeter and 18 centimeter, that gives me 153 centimeter. But I have to convert this into standard form. For standard form, I have to keep 2 digits under decimal after the decimal. So I multiply 100 into 100. So that gives me 1.53 into 10 raised to power 2 centimeter. Thank you. Have a nice day.